follow to that act, with the subject of the song previously played, please come down. Please.
We see you,
David, he's old, he takes a while on the stairs.
He's old, he's so brave.
What is it? First things first, the traditional song sung on birthdays. 1, 2, 3! Two more things. I received these, but I feel like it'd be best directed to you. First, Marry, Fuck, Kill. You have to pick one for each. Darth Vader, Yoda, and Luke.
Well, okay, let's see. I'm going to kill Yoda because he fucked up bad. I'm going to marry Darth Vader because that's a man who'll take care of you, except for the part where he kills you accidentally. Yeah, and I guess that means I'll fuck Luke. Cause I like me some Mark Hamill.
Something that was asked for me to read aloud, but I think it'd be better if you read it.
Oh my. Oh well. Right then. Let's see. All right then. Okay. In the event of Jedi officers acting against the interest of the Republic as determined by the Supreme Commander, Chancellor, Grand Army of the Republic officers shall remove them by lethal force, and command of the Grand Army of the Republic shall revert to the Supreme Commander, Chancellor, until a new command structure is established. Order 66.
And next up, we have Alexis Peterson.
Shut up, Josh.
Hi, can everyone hear me good?
Yeah.
I'm going to be reading, actually this is really nice, I was scared to be nervous, but like, I can't see any of you, so that's good, lights are great. I'm going to be reading 3 pieces. One I found on Tumblr about domestic abuse. Another one I wrote about some shit about life, I don't know. And then a third one is a poem written by my roommate, Cassie Rosenthal, who's up there. So let's delve into it. My first one is called Boys Will Be Boys, and it was written by Fortessa Latifi. When she was 7, a boy pushed her on the playground. She fell headfirst into the dirt and came up with a mouthful of gravel and lines of blood chasing each other down her legs. When she told her teacher what happened, she laughed and said, "Boys will be boys, honey, don't let it bother you. He probably just thinks you're cute." But the thing is, when you tell a little girl who has rocks in her teeth and scabs on her knees that hurt and attention are the same, you teach her that boys show their affection through aggression, and she grows into a young woman who constantly mistakes the two because no one ever taught her the difference. Boys will be boys turns into, that's just how he shows his love, and bruises start to feel like the imprint of lips. She goes to school with a busted mouth and says she was hit with a basketball instead of his fist. The one adult she tells scolds her. "You know he loses his temper easily. Why the hell did you have to provoke him?" So she shrinks, folds into herself, flinches every time a man raises his voice. By the time she's 16, she's learned her job well. Be quiet, be soft, be easy. Don't give him a reason. But for all her efforts, he still finds one. Boys will be boys rings in her head. Boys will be boys. He doesn't mean it. He can't help it. She's 7 years old on the playground again with a mouthful of rocks and blood that tastes like copper love. Because boys will be boys, baby, don't you know? That's just how he shows he cares. She's 18 now and they're drunk. In the split second it takes for her words to enter his ears, they're ruined. like a glass heirloom being dropped between the hands of generations. She meant them to open his arms, but they curl his fists, and suddenly his hands are on her, and her head hits the wall, and all of the goddamn words in the world couldn't save them in this moment. She touches the bruises the next day. Boys will be boys. Aggression, affection, violence, love. How does she separate them when she learned so early that they're inextricably bound, tangled in a constant tug of war? She draws tally marks on her walls, ratios of kisses to bruises. One entire side of her bedroom turns purple. One entire side of her body. Boys will be boys, will be boys, will be boys. When she's 20, a boy touches her hips and she jumps. He asks her, who the hell taught her to be scared like that? And she wants to laugh. Doesn't he know that boys will be boys? It took her 13 years to unlearn that lesson from the playground. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I will talk until my voice is hoarse, so that my little sister understands that aggression and affection are two entirely separate things. Baby, they exist in different universes. My niece can't even speak yet, but I think I'll start with her now. Don't ever accept the excuse that boys will be boys. Don't ever let him put his hands on you like that. If you see hate blazing in his eyes, don't you ever confuse it with love. Baby, love won't hurt when it comes, and you won't have to hide it under long sleeves in the summer. And the only reason he should ever reach out his hand is to hold yours. Okay, my second one. This is a rant I wrote because I'm full of angst and stuff. And it's about my first semester experience, I guess. I kind of had a lot of shit happen in my first semester. I guess I just know excited people. Your first year of college is unforgettable. Yeah, really unfucking-gettable. I'll always remember that time my friend got arrested. He got stopped walking home one night because he, quote, fit a suspect profile, aka a black male. They patted him down 3 times until they finally found a gram of weed on him. That will be on his record forever, all thanks to some racist bullshit. Or how about that time my friend got raped? She was drunk and went to a boys' dorm alone. She should have known better, right? No. Fuck you and your victim-blaming bullshit. Chivalry is fucking dead. And I'm not saying that all men are the enemy. I'm just saying it would be nice to be able to go to a party and wear a skirt without asking for it. Back the fuck off. New rant. I want my roommate to be able to go to outside and smoke a cigarette. Actually be able to walk to fucking class without getting jumped by a group of rat-faced cunts that have no morals. Fuck you. She will dismantle the patriarchy and your bullshit isn't slowing her down. She isn't jealous. She doesn't want to have sex with you. She wants to kill you. Like literally, she wants to kill you. Do you know who you're messing with? We're hellions. If you fuck with one of us, we will make every single one of you famous. I'm also fucking tired of the dirty looks you give me when I have a Camel menthol hanging out of the corner of my mouth. What? This fucking interstate behind me is causing far more pollution than my nicotine addiction. Take your judgment and shove it. Final chapter. I'm so fucking sick of the girls on my floor. How much weed do you think I smoke? I'm not Willie fucking Nelson. In my free time is not what you get to judge me on. What do you even know about me? Judge my character. I'm more than a girl that smokes weed, and you're more than just a group of judgmental girls. Let me tell you about myself. I have a 4-year-old brother and a 10-year-old sister. Fuck that. I have a 4-year-old sister and a 10-year-old brother. I'm sorry, guys. I'm here so I don't miss out on them growing up, because they are my world. I'm a complete daddy's girl, but it isn't the same relationship we had when I was young. Last month I found out he got married on Facebook. My grandma had a stroke before Christmas, and that made me realize that our family's torn to shit. And I miss my cat. He was put down last winter, and I'm not fucking over it. So the next time you call me a free spirit or a total hippie chick, you can fuck right on. You just heard a rumor that I smoked weed and got arrested. Maybe that happened, maybe not. But guess what? It's none of your goddamn business. If you want to know more about me, try approaching me. So yeah, this first year is going great. I've seen the effects of drugs, alcohol, assault, rape, abuse, arrest, judgments, panic attacks, and emergency room visits. Fuck that noise. I need a cigarette. Stoop kid out. Okay, then I'll be done. I'll leave you guys alone. This last piece is called Revolution, written by Poe's very own Cassie Rosenthal. You should feel very enlightened to have such a talented person here among you. Okay. Dear Jane Doe, dear John Doe, dear every little boy and every little girl who was too afraid to say no, too confused to say stop, too intoxicated to respond and overpowered into submission, to every person who was called a liar, a whore, a slut, a prude, a tease, to every person who was told it was their fault, that they asked for it, that they should have expected it, that they should take it as a compliment, that they're overreacting, that they should get over it, that it's not a big deal. To every person who turned on the news and could relate to what happened in Steubenville. To every person who couldn't watch those news stories because it brought back too many memories. And to every person who thought Anonymous was a hero for finally giving it a name and for holding Malik and Trent responsible. To every person who changed their clothes because they didn't want the attention or because they were too self-conscious. To every person who stopped sleeping because of what happened to them. To every person who doesn't shut their eyes anymore because the memories are glued to their eyelids. To every person who avoids the quiet because that's when the memories come back. To every person who felt the pain between their legs of an unwanted touch and now flinches at a hug. To every person who is too afraid to tell. To every person who double checks their locks and looks over their shoulder a little more now. To every person who can't let their pain show. To every person who was betrayed by their friend. To every girl who had to explain that you don't have to be pretty to go through it. To every girl who doesn't even want to be pretty anymore. To every boy who was told, it doesn't happen to boys. To every boy that was told it made him gay, weak, less of a man. To every person who still blames themselves. To every person who can't say what it is. To every person who can't look at the word rape. I believe you. You are a survivor. It wasn't your fault, it's never your fault. No matter what you were wearing, who you were with, where you were, what you drank, how much you drank, what gender you are, what orientation you are, how much you flirted, how many times you said yes before. No means no. The lack of no does not ever mean yes. Rape is rape and it is never okay.